rock stars. How's everybody doing tonight? This is your host, your funny favorite food addict, Rockin Keto Amy. Please, as always, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Hit the thumbs up for me, please. That really helps my channel. Um, and as always, I'm not a medical professional. Any information provided in this form is not to be used as medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or services to you or any other person. Any information provided in this form does not replace being seen by a physician. If you have a medical condition, please always seek medical advice from a physician. And always, please consult with a physician when changing your diet. Let's go ahead and say hello to some people real quick. We have Lynn, 22Q Cat. Hey, Lynn, how's it going? Thank you for joining tonight. We have Rick, Twinbrook Acres. Thank you. I'm hoping, let me check real quick. I'm hoping I'm dual streaming tonight. Looks like I'm live on Facebook. So we might have some people joining from Facebook tonight. So hopefully that works out. Tonight, what we are going to do is we are making a very easy 2-ingredient snack out of my 2 favorite foods, bacon and cheese. We're going to make bacon wrapped mozzarella sticks. I wanted to choose something easy tonight because the Keto Crusades are coming on at 8 p.m. So I want to wrap this up in an hour or less and head over to that with Dustin at Keto Simple, Chris Cook in Nashville, and Victor at Southern Keto. We like all of them, of course. Let's see who else is here. My sister, Janine Fretz, is in the house. Hey, sis. Just so you know, my sister and I, Janine, are going to go live together on Cindy DeManch's channel on Friday, April 4th. So we're going to do that. Oh, speak of the devil. Dustin at Keto Simple's here. Hey, hey, hey. How's it going? Like I was saying, we're going to do a short live stream tonight, get off within an hour so we can all head over to Keto Crusades and check out Dustin and Chris and Victor. So tonight, again, we are making a very easy and quick recipe. 2 ingredients, cheese and bacon. I also want to mention the meetup in Elkhart on April 1st at Smokin' Fatties. If you're local to the area, or even if you're not local to the area and you just want to come hang with us, please feel free. You can message me for more information on that. But I think it starts at 4 p.m. at Smokin' Fatties in Elkhart, Indiana. And then Rick saying hi to Janine, hi to Dustin, and then Lynn is saying hello to everybody. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so we're going to get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to behind me to the stove, and we're going to pre-cook some bacon. I like crispy bacon, so and these you can't cook real long, otherwise the cheese will melt too much. So we're going to head over to the stove and we're going to pre-bake some bacon, but you have to be careful not to overcook it, otherwise it won't be pliable to wrap the cheese in. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to my other camera, and I'm going to turn the burner on here. Hopefully everybody can see this okay. Post in the comment if you can see this okay. Post in the chat. And then I'm basically going to put, I think I have 4 slices of bacon here. Whose recipe this is, but it's really not a recipe. It's really just 2 ingredients and you're cooking them together. And I kind of made it my own because I'm using an air fryer, not the oven. All right, so I cooked these for exactly 3 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. Ziggy, set timer for 3 minutes.
Good evening, Amy. 3 minutes, starting now.
All right, so we're going to cook up the bacon. We're going to cook up the bacon for 3 minutes, just a short amount of time. Maybe a little longer because this pan is not preheated. So, and I like to keep them in flat strips because we're going to roll cheese in this. So we don't want them all curlied up or anything like that. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know. Some people are carnivore. So some people are not eating cheese. Some people are doing the beef, butter, bacon, and eggs challenge. But post in the comments if you would eat bacon cheese sticks. Would you eat them? Would you not eat them? This recipe is so easy. Okay, I've got the bacon cooking here. I know I did it for 3 minutes yesterday. We might go a little longer. Rick says we are making bacon. That is way beyond my capabilities. No, it's not, Rick. I can barely make ice cubes. Well, I can't make ice cubes, but I can make bacon. This, I'm telling you, this would be a great starter recipe for you, Rick, because it's so easy. And it's only 2 ingredients. You are so funny, though. Okay, now it's starting to sizzle a little bit. I'm just going to flip it. And then the other thing I always do, whatever grease is in the pan, I have a bacon saver. And I always save that. Yep, Janine is sending bacon and thumbs up and cheese and thumbs up. Love it, Janine. Love it, love it, love it. So we're just sitting here watching boring bacon cook, but that's okay. And I am fasting today. I had one OMAD protein sparing modified fast meal at 3 p.m. So this is going to be torture cooking this bacon for you. But we will do it. And Janine, I am not eating this when we're done. I'm taking this over to mom and dad so they can try it. So I think I've explained this before, but my parents live next door. And a lot of times I take food over after the live streams if I'm not going to eat it. And my dad is a taste tester. He's not keto, but he likes a lot of the food that I make. Liquid gold equals bacon grease. Exactly. This is why I always fry up my bacon in a pan. I always fry up my bacon in a pan because I like to pour out of the pan. I think you can do this when you bake them in a cookie sheet in the oven, but I think it would be harder to pour out the, okay, there's my timer, but I think I'm going to go a little longer. Ziggy, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
For whatever reason, yeah, maybe only a minute longer. Ziggy, stop. For whatever reason, probably because my pan wasn't hot, it's going to take a little bit longer tonight. Lynn says, so do you have a recipe for those ice cubes, Rick? Yes, Lynn, that's the only way I can make ice cubes is with a recipe. That, you guys are funny tonight. Oh, and this is not a requirement, but I'm not monetized on YouTube. Not monetized yet. Probably not going to be monetized for a long time. But it's not a requirement, but I do have a buy me a coffee link in the comments. If anyone is so compelled to buy me a coffee, my link is scrolling across the bottom and it's also in the description on this video. All right. So I think this is good. We want it to still be pliable. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. It got pretty crispy yesterday when I cooked it. So we're just pre-cooking it a little bit, and I'm going to put it on this plate with a paper towel. And then I'll come back to this bacon grease later because I'm going to save that. All right. So we're just going to let these cool down for a second. I'm coming back over here. We're coming back over here, and I'm going to point the camera down. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing over here. All right, so I got the bacon on a plate. While we're letting that cool down so we can touch it, I've got 2 Frigo cheese sticks. All right, 2 Frigo cheese sticks. We are going to basically, Ziggy, stop. I had to remember Ziggy's name because I have echoes all over the place. So basically, we're going to cut these into 2. Okay, we're going to cut these in half. All right. So I'm cutting the cheese in half. We're going to have basically 4 mozzarella cheese sticks. I think I used 2. I think I used a slice of bacon per each one. Okay, so we have 4 of these. Let's look at some more comments. Hey, Michael's Adventures is here. I met Michael on Friday on the Tuber chat. So if you're so inclined, go check out Michael Adventures YouTube channel. And everyone's telling everyone hi. Everyone's saying hi to Michael. Oh, Dustin says, I was confused for a minute. I'm like, why would Michael and Rick be twins? I don't think Michael and Rick are twins. Did I say that? Sorry to confuse you, Dustin. It's not hard. It's not hard to do. And Lynn says, LOL, Dustin. Okay, so I got the cheese cut into little mozzarella stick size cheese lengths. So I cut them in half. Then basically, I think that these are cooled down. We're just going to wrap these. All right, wrap them up. Now you could probably use a toothpick to secure these. I'm probably not wrapping them tight enough. You could use a toothpick to secure these. And I'm just using my fingers. This is weird because I cut these in half the other day and the bacon's like way bigger than this. But it's okay. So we're going to wrap them in the bacon. You could use a toothpick to secure them, or you could just make sure they're, you lay them right. I just did this. And I rolled these up. Sorry, I can't check the chat because now my fingers are greasy. All right, so we're just rolling the cheese and the bacon. Now, the key here is you can't let the cheese melt so much that it melts that it loses its form. Otherwise, because this kind of happened last night, I melted the cheese a little too much and it dripped down into the pan. So now I have my air fryer, right? This is my air fryer. I've had this since the beginning of my keto journey, so 6 or 7 years. And I'm just gonna place these. I like it because it has like multiple trays. I'm just gonna place these on here. I only made 4 because I'm fasting tonight, right? All right, so I'm going to put these on a tray, put these in the air fryer. Now I'm gonna air fry at 400 degrees for, I don't know, I'm gonna start with 5 minutes. I did 7 yesterday and it melted too much. So I gotta wipe my hands off. Sorry, they're greasy now. And basically, you could also do these in the oven at 400 or 425 degrees. You could do them in the oven. All right, so we're gonna talk some more while that is going. Let's catch up here. Oops. Okay. Michael, cute little emoji. Hi, Andy. Andy's here. So are you guys done visiting with Evelyn and Carl? Did they leave? Oh, Michael said, hey, twin to Rick. Hey, twin. Gotcha. Everyone's saying hi to Andy. Hi, Rick. Hipper, you had fun with Cindy and Brian the other day. Oh, you had lunch. Yeah, that's right. You had lunch with Cindy and Rick. So jealous. And Andy's saying, hi, Lynn. Keto says, could you find wooden dowels the same size as the string cheese? Wrap them around that. Sure. Fry till crispy. And then load the cheese in after. You could. And actually, I have another recipe from Maria Emmerich that I've done where I take aluminum foil and you make a little spindle. What are those cannolis? They were bacon. I made her bacon cannoli recipe. I should do that one. If it's on the internet, she's given me permission to do her recipes as long as they're not in her cookbooks and they're on the internet. And I don't remember. I think that one's on the internet. Yeah, but you could do a dowel, wrap the bacon around it, and then stuff it with the cheese later. Yeah, but this works for this recipe. Rick says, Andy, yesterday it was a fun time and great to meet them. Yay. They are great people. I'm glad that they had a chance to see you. And Andy says, yes, they are home now. We had a great time. She's talking about Evelyn and Carl went to see her and Susan. Lynn says, everyone was visiting with everyone this weekend. I feel left out. Kidding. I'm just jealous. Me too. Nobody's coming to see me. But everybody's coming to Elkhart April 1st for the meetup. So awesome. Awesome. I'm going to try to plan maybe a Ship Shawana Day this summer too. If people think they can come, I'll do a poll later to see if people can come to that. I wonder if this is streaming on Facebook. I don't see any Facebook people here. It looks like it's streaming on Facebook. Maybe Janine will hop over to Facebook Manchester and check to see if it's dual streaming this time for me. Andy says it helps that we only live 2 hours away from each other. Yes. And then Lynn, we live near each other. I know Dustin's in Indy, which is about 3.5 hours from me. Yes, it is. I saw that first. Not sure what you saw first, Dustin, but okay, you saw it first. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna check because I don't want to make sure these aren't melting. Okay, they are not. We only have 2 minutes left. Yay! Janine says Facebook is streaming. I did it right this week. Woo! Do a happy dance. And listen, yes, we do, Dustin. Yeah, Facebook stream. Woohoo! Facebook stream. And Michael's Adventures is posting some bacon because we all love bacon. Lynn, you can always visit me in New Hampshire, or I'll be in Chicago in September. Ooh, Chicago's not that far from me. It's only an hour and a half north of me, Rick. What you going to be in Chicago for? Oh, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So next week, I think I have another bacon-filled recipe for you, but I got to try it first. It involves bacon, chicken, a pickle, and cheese. And it's similar to this one, but it's got all those extra ingredients in it. But next week, I'll have a little bit more time to spend because tonight at 8 p.m. we have to head over to the Keto Crusades. So I don't know. Dustin, post your link to the Keto Crusades in here in case anyone wants to follow over there. You are an admin, so you should be able to post your own link in here. Go ahead and post that link if you can do so. All right, let me check. They're getting hot and they're dripping. I may have to do 1 more minute after this, but we'll see. Rick says he's visiting cousins and going to the family plot in Mount Carmel Cemetery. Awesome. Yes. So you have cousins in Chicago, Chi-Town, Windy City, whatever you want to call it. That's awesome. All right. So let's take a peek at these. They're probably done. Oh yeah, they're soft on the inside. I'm touching them and Dad's gonna eat them. Sorry, he's not watching anyway. Okay, so let me just show you. So we pre-cooked them. I wouldn't cook them any longer than this. Can you see those? Sorry, it's a little blurry. Let me pull them back. Oh, and I lost one. All right, the fun times of cooking on a live stream. So I wouldn't cook them any longer than this. If you want the bacon crispier, I would pre-cook the bacon a little longer because the cheese will melt and go down into the bottom of your air fryer. Well, I don't have baskets. Some people have air fryer baskets. Okay. So I put these on a plate and I'm going to show these to you. There you go. It's a little blurry. Sorry, it's not focusing. Maybe if I put them down here. All right, so we have bacon wrapped mozzarella sticks. I think they came out a little crispier yesterday, but again, I cooked them a little bit longer in there. And that's basically my recipe for tonight. Dustin is posting the Keto Crusade live stream, so you can go ahead uh, and use that to navigate over there. I'm going to go ahead and take a seat, man, and I'm going to move my camera a little bit. So Evelyn and Carl must be traveling because Evelyn. Oh wait, is that? Oh, Evelyn's here. I just saw her. So Lynn says, Brick, why oh why can't you live in a nice warm state like Florida? Great for visiting. Evelyn says, hi friends, sorry to be late. Home from visiting Andy and Susan. We were just talking about you visiting her. Thought that beep was our car. Just finished shopping at Aldi. No, the beep was not your car. The beep was my air fryer. That's so funny. Yay, Keto Crusade. Yay, Andy and Evelyn. Everybody saying yay and hi. Evelyn telling everybody hi. Rick says, Lynn, I never wanted that, but I'm considering a warmer place to live these days. I am considering a warmer place to live these days too. Because this winter, I don't know if it's just me, if it's that I lost 100 pounds, what's going on. But this winter, I have not wanted to leave my home. I find myself bundling up in extra clothes. It's just been a real struggle this winter. Is anybody else struggling? So another live stream I'm considering doing. I did a technology live stream last week where I showed people how to use recipe apps, and I'm really only familiar with one food tracking app. But for my next technology live stream, I am going to demonstrate the different food tracking apps. Just because at sometimes you need to track your food, especially if you're struggling or you're stalling or you're gaining. It really helps to track all of your foods to kind of keep yourself in check and see where you're at with your carbs and your fat ratio and everything else. Rick says, hi, Evelyn. Michael's Adventure says, I feel better when it's warmer. I feel better when it's warmer too. And the other thing is even in the summertime, I don't feel like I get enough vitamin D from the actual sun. So this year, one of my goals is to try to make it out every day in the sun for at least 20 minutes. And Evelyn is telling everyone hi. My sister Janine, Michael's Adventures, and Andy. Andy says, hi, Evelyn. I miss you. I walked outside after dinner and I already got my 8,000 steps. Susan is sleeping. What is GTSY? I forget. It's an acronym. Evelyn, Janine Fretch. Yeah, Evelyn, that's my sister. And we are going live on Cindy DeManch's channel on Friday, April 4th. It's going to be a Keto Sisters themed discussion, I think. Taryn is here. What's up, Taryn? So Taryn, well, his wife and I sing in choir together, the South Bend Symphonic Choir on Monday nights. And Taryn just got his PhD from the University of Notre Dame. So let's all congratulate Taryn with his and what is your PhD in? I know you're like some astrophysicist, smarty pants, extremely talented person. I forget what your degree is in, but you're like way smarter than the average person. But yeah, he just graduated, so now we have that in common, Taryn. We're both graduates from the University of Notre Dame. Rick says, I dropped 50 pounds and have trouble staying warm, but this winter wasn't as bad. Yeah, I've just been freezing this winter and it's been terrible. Lynn says, I feel like a mole with this cold weather and never seeing the sun. Me too. Andy says, it was a busy weekend. I bet, but I bet you guys had a lot of fun. Evelyn says, brat, not even to 2,000 yet. Been in the car all day. Yeah, leaving from Andy's house, so you couldn't get 8,000 steps. Taryn says his degree is in organic chemistry. That's right, you're a chemist. Yep, and my sister Janine says, congratulations, Taryn. I won't see you this Monday, but we have choir the following Monday, so we'll catch up then. He says thank you. Ooh, Dustin Burr. No, I think it's a freezing 68 degrees in here, and I think I would prefer it was like 72. But 62 is a little too cold. But I heard your story about, well, that was your electric bill, I think, was so high. So I can understand why you keep it a little cooler. And he says, I needed to work off all those desserts. What desserts did you eat, Andy? Were they, you have to do tell. Do tell what you guys had. I'd be curious. Um, Evelyn, Taryn D'Amico. That's a family last name. D'Amico. Did I say that right? I think I did. So Taryn's wife and I, Sandy, are good friends. She's one of my buddies. Well, and Taryn's one of my buddies too. I love them both. Evelyn and her family froze last night, even with blankets. My house drops to 62 during the night. Let me guess. Knowing you guys, you have a like an automatic thermostat that controls the temperature based on an app. That would be cool to have one. I don't have one of those, but it would be cool. Dustin says yes, it was really high. We normally keep it at 65, but yesterday it was cold outside, but the sun was shining, and I was able to go outside without a coat on and not feel like death. So, and I'm in northern Indiana, but that sun felt so good. I walked next door to see my parents, and I didn't even put a coat on. Oh yes. Andy says we made donuts and churros this morning with keto chow. It's so funny, the keto chow thing, because I'm in a Ninja Creamy community now. And someone said they can't have soy and they wanted to know how to make ice cream. So I was able to direct them to my keto chow Ninja Creamy ice cream video. And she's like, "Oh, that's interesting." I'm like, "Yeah." And they're low carb and they have all kinds of flavors, and it's so delicious. Ooh, so this is my friend Sandy. This is Taryn's wife. And I love your name, Faithful to the End. Faithful to the End. Yep, Sandy here. Good to see you live. Good to see you too. I won't see you Monday at choir because we don't have choir on Monday, but I'll see you a week from Monday. Yep, Andy says it's just a programmable thermostat. 10 to 6 a.m., it's cold in the house. Yeah, but if you're sleeping, you probably don't notice it, but Evelyn and Carl noticed it. And Rick's telling Sandy hi. Evelyn says, "Welcome, faithful to the end." And hello, Taryn. Everybody's telling Taryn and Sandy hi. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys made it to a live stream. So, Sandy, I hope she doesn't mind me sharing this, but Sandy's always kind of in keto. And she really surprised me a couple weeks ago when she says, "I think I'm just going to go carnivore." And I was like, "What? Carnivore?" And so she's been sharing all these photos of all this amazing meat she's been cooking. And she works really long hours. She's a nurse. So she works crazy hours, but she's been sending me all these amazing pictures of all of her meal prep that she's been doing, bacon chips and all kinds of stuff, which I need to try bacon chips in a live. Everybody's been talking about that. And bacon's like one of my favorite foods. Oh, Sandy. Sandy's recovering from COVID. It's going around, Sandy, and it's really bad. So I hope you're doing okay. Let me know if you need anything. I can. Sandy's obviously we sing in choir, so she's local. I can cook something for you and bring it over if you need, and I'll keep it carnivore for you. Terrence says, "Thanks all. Glad to be able to join the amazing Amy on her live feed tonight." I don't know about all that, but um, thank you, Taryn. That's awesome. And Andy says, "I'm going carnivore in 6 days." Now, Andy, you just did the beef, bacon, butter, and eggs challenge, right? I think you're done with that, and then you're going to start carnivore. And I think you said you're going to do carnivore until the meetup or something like that. I think. Maybe I'm getting people confused, but I thought that was you that said you're going to do carnivore at least. Oh, maybe that was Dustin who said he was going to do beef, butter, bacon, and eggs until the meetup. I hear so many things throughout the week, it's hard to keep it all straight. I'm gonna have to do what Cindy does, just keep a notepad of who says what. But that's awesome. Let me know how you feel on carnivore. I've been having some struggles recently, and It just, my sister Janine actually says maybe you should go carnivore, and I would love to go carnivore. I just am scared it would be too restrictive for me. Andy says, yep. Evelyn says, Andy, will all the birthday goodies and nuts be gone by then? Did you inventory your keto chow? Yeah. So Andy's really cool. We all have our own little like niches that we do and interesting things that we do. And, you know, I am a technology software person, and Andy has a bunch of keto chow, and she categorizes or catalogs her keto chow. So I don't have enough keto chow. I just have 2 bags of it, 2 big bags of it. So I don't have enough yet to catalog. It's not hard to keep track of. And Andy says, no, Evelyn, we were tired and then I did my walk. Yeah, I need to start walking. I thought about getting the treadmill down today, but I was trying to plug 3 cameras into my laptop so I could just switch between the 3 cameras, but I couldn't get it to work. So I ended up spending like an hour and a half messing around with the 3rd camera. And that's why I have to move this camera up and down because I can't get, for some reason, I can't get 3 cameras to work on the system, only 2. Okay. Lynn asks, so I think I need updates on Audrey. How is she doing? She's doing good. I had to trim her nails the other day because she had a really long nail I found that was curling all the way down into her paw pad. And I Googled that, and the internet told me that that's very dangerous. And their paw could end up getting foot. They don't have feet. Their paw could end up getting infected. So to take them to either the vet immediately or trim it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to trim this nail on this cat. And she barely knows me. I'm afraid I'm going to get bit. So I ended up wrapping her in a towel like a burrito. And she was hissing and growling and biting at me the whole time. It was very traumatic for both of us. So now she only comes out with my husband. But I feel like I really needed to trim that claw, that nail, because I feel like she was in pain. Um, So hopefully she forgives me. I can scratch her and pet her and brush her as long as she's in her bed, but she won't come out for me, but she comes out for my husband. So it's just like, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. But she'll get there. She's really sweet. Dustin says, I can't keep myself straight. Dustin, you got to keep yourself straight because then you got to keep the rest of us straight too. I can't keep myself straight. And then Sandy says, hi, back. Twin Brook Acres and Lynn, 22Q Cat. Um, and then Lynn's like, hi there, faithful to the end. That's Sandy. And again, I'm just so impressed with Sandy because she just started carnivore. I'm like, I've been doing this 7 years and I can't push myself to do carnivore. I guess I'm technically carnivore 2 or 3 days a week. And then I let myself eat other things on the other days. Uh, Sandy says, Taryn and I will love to help you going forward. She needs to be trimmed regularly. Yes, like they said every 2 weeks. And honestly, the first time they said don't trim them too short if they're curled. So I left them a little longer, but I got a good amount off of them so that she's not in pain. But it's going to take some time. I I have faith she's going to be she's already showing signs of sweet little, like when I scratch her in her bed, she rolls over and shows her belly, and she loves her belly rubbed. Most of my cats don't even like her belly rubbed. You're not 100%, but mostly. Yeah, I know. You eat pretty good, though. I've seen what you eat, and you've been sending me what you eat. Um, so, yeah, I'm real proud of you, girl. You're doing awesome. I've gained a few pounds, and I've been struggling with these few pounds ever since I went off the topiramate migraine medicine, but honestly, it's okay. It's all right. I'm probably just gonna gain weight for a little bit, being off that medication. And you know what? That's fine as long as I feel good and I'm not having migraines. That's a win. Um, and I might have been getting a little too thin anyway. So, uh, we'll see where we go from there. I don't want to gain too much though. Sandy says, I did carnivore beginning January one, was it for 3 months? Is that what you're trying to say, for 3 months? Yeah. Sandy, we are having a meetup at Smokin' Fatties in Elkhart, Indiana at 4 p.m. on April 1st. If you want to come and meet everybody, uh, that would be awesome. Hit that like button, friends. Thank you, Evelyn. You're so sweet. Yeah, Sandy says, I did it for 30 days and didn't want to stop. So you kind of went on. I remember having that conversation with you that you wanted to keep on carnivore. Um, I should do it for 30, 60, or 90 days. I should just do it. Um, I don't know if I could do beef, but see, I like cheese. But you can have cheese on some carnivores have cheese. The other thing that really stunned me was in the Two Crazy Ketos live stream the other day, them talking about how many carbs are in black coffee. And anybody who knows me knows I drink like 2 pots of coffee. Well, every cup has like every 8 ounces or something, it can have 2 to 3 carbs. So if I'm drinking 2 pots of coffee, I could be having, you know, 10, 15 carbs out of that. Evelyn, never have experienced that problem getting to them. Yeah, I don't know. My doctor told me not to lose any more weight. But I mean, I was at between 148 and 153, and I'm 5'9", almost 5'10". But now I'm up to almost 160. So that's really not too thin. I mean, I wouldn't want to be 130 pounds, but they say at my height I could go down to like 130 pounds. I was I was over 130 pounds in high school when I was very thin, so I would never get that low. But I got down to 148 pounds, which is my high school weight essentially. And he says, "Me neither, Evelyn. I'm hoping for some good results, healing than weight loss." Yeah, that's the most important thing. Is how do you feel? When I got married, I was very thin, and I was at 175 pounds. So I am less than my wedding weight right now. So still, even with gaining a few pounds, I'm less than my wedding weight. So I'm fine with that. The reason why I want to stay thinner is because I have had so many orthopedic hip surgeries on my left hip. And I feel like the more weight that I have putting pressure on that joint, the worse it is for me. So I know that not all wins are based on weight, but um, for me, the initial reason for me trying to go keto was to lose weight to have the hip surgeries that I had in 2019. So I really feel like the heavier that I am, the pain returns in that joint. So yeah, Evelyn says the net carbs are zero or close to it, but all coffee has carbs. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that because I ended up cutting out heavy whipping cream from my coffee because I stalled for 2 years. So I stalled, and then I said I would never drink black coffee, never would drink black coffee. And then finally one day I really wanted to bust through that weight loss stall. So I'm like, dang it, I'm going to have to cut the heavy whipping cream from my coffee. And I was depressed, but I did it. And I hated coffee for a while. I hated choking down coffee without my cream and stevia in it. But now that's all I drink. Every once in a while, I have a splash of cream in it, like once a year, maybe on a holiday for a treat. Sandy says it started at 189 and got down to 165 in 6 weeks. That is amazing, Sandy. You are a rock star. That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you. You've really been working hard at it. And I think you mentioned about the mental clarity too. You told me that your mind and your brain felt so much better. Um, and that's something I've been struggling with. I don't eat a whole lot of vegetables. I've been sliding up the scale with some keto snacky foods. Not too many, but like the Quest chips. I eat those every once in a while, and I have some granola in there. And I don't want to say anything bad about keto chow, but the sucralose in there, that might be stalling me a little bit too. I don't know. There's too many factors involved with going off the I did notice that going off the topiramate migraine medicine, my hunger signals are like I have cravings all the time now. Sandy says, yes, yes, mental clarity. Yes, that really helped. I remember you said that. Um, I need as much mental clarity as I can get, so maybe I should try it. But I'm just struggling with, you know, I don't know. I want to have my keto chow ice cream every once in a while. Um, I want to have my taco salads when we go out on Monday nights. You know, I would just be getting a burger patty probably if we went out on Monday nights with nothing on it and some mustard, but I could do it. It just, I don't know. Like, I'm so strict keto as it is, very strict keto. So it's like, I've been successful doing what I'm doing. I don't want to have to go stricter. Um, and I do participate in a lot of the carnivore because I'm ketovore. I'm really in between keto and carnivore most of the time. I'm usually pretty strict. Um, but I'm meat heavy, eggs. I don't know if anybody saw my friends on Facebook probably saw my Facebook post or the post in the Keto Rockstars group about how many eggs I have in the fridge because I just hard boiled 30 eggs today in my instant pot, and I eat between probably 5 and 10 eggs a day. I really would wish I had chickens or friends with chickens or something like that because I mean, I probably have 300 eggs out in the fridge outside. Michael says, I'm on a seafood diet. Yeah, me too, lately. I've been, struggling with cravings and everything else. But I'm fasting today. I had one meal and it was a PSMF field meal, and I just do a piece of meat and then an egg white omelet with a little bit of onion. That's really the only non-carnivore thing I have is a little bit of onion and a slice of deli meat, and I scramble that up. And I know you're supposed to eat the egg yolks, but on protein sparing modified fasting day, you want to tune your fat down a little bit. So I do that. And PSMF, which is just protein sparing, sounds like you're not eating protein, but you're actually upping your protein and eating as much as you can. And he says, I'm feeling my carnivore will be very hamburger and eggs and chicken heavy. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I have discovered pork belly bites. I'm gonna do a video of how I do it, but I basically bake them in the oven, catch all the dripping. I season them, bake them in the oven, catch all the drippings, and I pour those drippings into my godmother, my Aunt Clara's cast iron skillet pan that has been passed down to me. And then once they're done, I fry them up in a pan. And they're so good. And my husband Dennis is just going nuts. He's like, "We need more of those. We need more of those." So I'm gonna be making those, if not a weekly basis, probably a bi-weekly basis. I don't want to get tired of them because they're just so good. And I know people, they prepare their pork belly bites differently. Some people do them in the air fryer. Um, But I asked my husband if I could try making them a different way. And he goes, no, do it exactly the way you did the last time. See, we got about 15 minutes left for Keto Crusade. Yes. Dustin's probably off getting ready for the Keto Crusade live stream, which is right after this. And Dustin posted the link. Let me see. Let me go back up there. Dustin posted the link for the Keto Crusade. Let me see if I can find it. That was a while ago. Okay, so Dustin posted the link for the Keto Crusade. So you'll have to scroll back through the chat, but feel free when this live stream is done to navigate over to that one um, and support that. And you can either go to Chris Cook and Nashville's channel, to Victor at Southern Keto, or Dustin at Keto Simple. Dustin and I have become friends. We met at Keto Palooza, and he also, all of these little like, subscribe, share buttons, and then this little logo up here, Dustin made those for me. So if you have a YouTube channel or any kind of, social media site and you need logos or anything like that made, reach out to Dustin at Keto Simple. I could have probably done them, but I mean, I'm so busy with the choirs and everything else. I'm just like, Dustin, make these. And he's awesome. And he also put together the opening credit for me and the closing credit. Sandy says, I researched a lot. Best advice I heard was don't be too restrictive at the beginning. So I ate anything labeled meat, processed or not. You know what? That's fine. Um, I Kroger's had smoked sausage on sale, Eckerd smoked sausage, and I know it's not totally clean, but there's a new recipe I want to try, which is it's like a cabbage Alfredo smoked sausage skillet, and you know, I'm like, you know what? Good, better, best. This is on sale. I'm gonna buy it. I don't eat it all the time. There might be some sugar or something in it, but it'll be fine. Sandy says, within a couple weeks, I automatically started cutting down on processed meats. Yeah, see, so you started it and then you kind of modulated into stricter. Exactly. That's awesome. Um, that is awesome, Sandy. You are doing fantastic. I'm so proud of you. Uh, let's see. What else do we want to talk about? We got about like 13 minutes left. What's everybody up to? It's Sunday night. Everybody got to work in the morning. And what types of foods would you like to see me make in here? Like I said, I think I got a cool idea next week with the chicken, bacon, pickle, cheese, but I have to test it out. It's something I saw. My sister Angela sent it to me. So I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to try it in next week's live. Um, yeah. And then maybe after that, I'll work on food tracking apps. I have always used Carb Manager because I write my own recipes, and that one allows you to put your own recipes in there, and it will calculate like the nutritional values for you. I tried Chronometer one in the beginning, and I thought it was really hard and difficult to learn. I got to have something that's just quick, boom, boom, boom. But for the intent of creating a live stream about technology, I'm going to go back, give it a second shot. And then when I first started out, I was using my Fitness Pal, but I was using my Fitness Pal before I even went keto. And then I found it wasn't really keto friendly the more I got into keto. And then when I started Carb Manager, I tried 3 of them at the same time. Carb Manager, Lose It, and Lose It was fairly simple. And then the other one was Chronometer, and Chronometer I just like said no. But everyone who uses the Keto Mojos and everything says Chronometer is the way to go. Sandy says Chris's shepherd pie. Then I'm coming over. I'm gonna make Chris's shepherd's pie. Is that Chris Cook in Nashville? Do you follow Chris Cook in Nashville? He has amazing videos. Which is, I feel bad because he did a mozzarella stick video Saturday, and I had already planned on doing this bacon wrap mozzarella sticks, but it's okay. I mean, they're different. They're different things. His are more like real mozzarella sticks if you want them with the breading and everything else. So I have to go back and check out his video. So I'll have to go check out the shepherd's pie too. That sounds amazing. Yummy. Hopefully you feel better by next Monday. So Sandy and I are going to Florida in the spring. We're going to sing a concert in West Palm Beach, which Sandy, they just changed my flights again. I'm getting a little nervous. Like this is the 3rd time they've changed my flights. So we'll see. Sorry. I'm drinking water. I have my retainers, and so I can't drink anything but water when I have those in. And Sandy says, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. But I'm not gonna lie, with the cold weather, we haven't had choir in 2 weeks. I'm kind of like, it was nice to be at home. Um, so I may have to interview you, Sandy. I am getting to the point where I can start bringing people in on the live streams. So take notes about what you're doing, take notes about your journey, and maybe you can come on my channel and be interviewed about your journey. I would love, love, love to have you on. My dad is going to help me test out the software and make sure that we can live stream and I can bring someone on. So awesome. Well, guys, it's 7:51. Does anybody have any final thoughts? Would you make these bacon wrap mozzarella sticks? Would you not make them? I like to, especially at nights where there's a live stream right after me, choose a recipe that's relatively quick so that we can make sure we get done in an hour. Last week we went 2 hours, um, but uh, you know, it just depends on if there's going to be a live stream after me on what recipe I can make. She's like, no, I'm shy. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead. Don't forget to smash that like button for me, please. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream because I got to take these cheese sticks over to my parents. And then Dustin and Chris Cook in Nashville and Victor are coming on here in about 8 minutes. So, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And I love you all, and you all have a great week. Oh, really quickly, Rick says he would do the bacon wrap as soon as I master the ice cubes. Evelyn says, bye, friends. All right, everybody, I will see you over at Chris Cook in Nashville, Dustin, and Victor's Keto Crusades. And we will see you next week, everybody. You have a great week. Take care.